Okay, so welcome to Coffee Habit number 2. I got this video from Young Turks, but it also was a thing on Top Buzz, and I don't have mixed feelings for what I'm about to say. I don't give a fuck what you do for a living. When you're wrong, you're wrong, and I'm all about reform, and I do believe all-heartedly that the police, under no circumstances, should be able to body slam anybody. I don't give a damn, especially if you're talking to another officer and then the officer comes up behind you and body slams the shit out of you, like what's about to happen to this man that I'm about to show you. And then we're going to dive into it. This video is approximately 4 minutes long, so brace yourselves because I'm going to do the best I can without these Facebook bubbles popping up. But don't get your hopes up on that. But you guys have probably already seen it, so we're going to go over it and we're going to do this thing. So let's go.
I told them what I was doing. I was waiting for my sister to Western Union me some money. I always go there and get Western Union, and they know me.
Hey, you got your ID on you?
Yes, I got my ID. What are you guys doing?
This is Antonio Smith.
We're out here investigating suspicious activity. So what were you doing over there after Walgreens?
Waiting up for Western Union.
Of Valdosta,
You're
Georgia.
also watching this in reverse, as usual.
You have a cell phone caller.
Call who?
Call my sister in Florida. Don't do this. What are you doing? Oh my God! What are you doing?
Put your hands behind your back like you told me. Put your hands.
What are you doing?
Unacceptable.
Put your hands.
And the Valdosta police showing excessive force.
I agree.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
And you know the worst part is they got the wrong guy.
Oh my God! Hold on. Oh God!
For absolutely zero reason.
This was the other guy. The guy with the warrants over there. Oh, huh? No, there's two different people.
Smith,
I hope you
46,
won.
rightfully so, is now suing the police department. His attorney, Nathaniel Haugebrook, is calling it a civil rights violation. As the Valdosta Daily Times notes, the lawsuit demands a jury trial. The lawsuit states the sergeant putting Smith in a bear hug and then detaining him was unnecessary and illegal. It states no reason existed to believe Smith committed a crime or was about to commit a crime, was armed, or was a danger or threat.
Don't do this. What are you doing? Oh my God! What are you doing?
Put your hands behind your back like you told me. Put your hands.
What are you doing?
That
Smith's
won't even
attorney
necessary.
contends his client's arm was broken during the interaction with the police, and Smith has had to endure physical therapy because of it.
Damn it.
One with the warrant?
No.
His ID and stuff?
Yeah.
Drunk?
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
So, you're probably asking, why were the officers called here? In the incident, officers responded to a report of panhandling outside of a pharmacy on North Ashley Street, according to the Valdosta Daily Times. The officer found a man walking south near a hotel about 100 yards away. The officer then talked to the man identified as Smith. Well, as I do recall,
there's a lot of things that need to change. One specifically is police brutality.
Colin Kaepernick put white America onto this a long time ago.
That's not right. That's not right by anyone's standards.
And was banned from his job for doing so. He opened the eyes of those that were shut. When we discuss his legacy, the examples keep pouring in of how his silent knee was so simple. Structural change is needed. As an example of this structural change, take the Camden Police Department in New Jersey, who literally abolished their police and reformatted how they operate. Officials transformed policing in a city where the murder rate was once on par with Honduras. The excessive use of force rates plummeted, the homicide rate decreased, and new incentives laid the groundwork for a completely new understanding of what it meant to be a good cop. As Politico went on to write, the reforms carried lessons for what it takes to transform the police in any city. They ultimately amounted to nothing less than a reboot of the culture of policing in Camden, changing the way every beat cop in the city did his or her job. And they also required enough political will at the top, all the way to the governor, to survive opposition from police unions and some residents. It is possible. Like Camden, maybe Valdosta should take a few notes.
How many cops do it take for a public photographer? Well, we're just trying to see.
Yeah, they go into deeper stuff, you know. And I'm gonna tell you. I mean, first off, I don't give a damn. In the 49 of the 50 states that you know, because technically the island of America only has 48 states, because Hawaii's way over here and Alaska's way up there. So you know, I don't give a damn if you're a good cop or you're a bad cop. There is no reason on earth for you to body slam anybody. You know, it probably would have helped if you'd heard the whole time that they never really gave him a true reason on why he was being detained or arrested. And I'm sitting here and I'm watching this thing and I'm like, you know, this is fracked up. You know. Now me, I'm gonna be honest with you because I've been handcuffed twice. Twice. For things I didn't do. I never got handcuffed for a speeding ticket. I'm guilty of sin of speeding. I am like super guilty. My foot turns into Colossus by itself when I'm shifting gears and I'm driving. There's no way in hell that I can say that a speeding ticket is not my fault. You know, I have gotten enough of them some bitches, so I know. I was speeding. You know, I was speeding. And just go on to court and fight it if you want, or just go pay for the damn thing. But yeah, I was speeding, and I can admit to speeding. Now, the 2 times I got handcuffs, one cousin, my mom's brother's son. My other cousin, my mom's brother's son's 2 cousins, got to fighting over a cigarette, and the other one stole a van, which I was driving, which I got handcuffed. So when you see my videos of me doing bound fighting, oh, believe me, that shit was about to happen that night. But see, in the midst of it, you know, when I got handcuffed the first goddamn time, which was for driving the stolen car, everything went from 0 to 100 after the guy hit me in the face twice. Because he just skipped in front of the damn truck, and I slammed on the brakes, and I threw the bitch in park, and I turned to my cousin, and I said, hey, who the hell is... Bow! Glasses fell off my face, and they were broken, and there was a cut. It might have happened in the second hit. Either way, he hit me twice. And the first time he hit me, I was like, I know this motherfucker did not just hit me. Bam! He hit me again. And I was like, oh, hell no. You're dead, buddy. And I'll tell you, this is how messed up life is, because that whole day people have been talking to me and I hadn't been in a fight in so long. I straight told people, you know what, honest to God, I don't even know if I can still take a hit to the face. I have been saying that to people all day long. Well, the good news is I can still take a hit to the face, 2 of them. The bad news is I got hit by a skipping dude whose vehicle I apparently stole, but I didn't steal. So when the cop got me, and he had his forearm under my throat, you know, pushing up on me, and my gun was in his holster, and I'm in my hand, my little pinky finger was in his holster, and he's talking all this shit to me, and I was like, you know, if I really want to, I got you. My hand is in your gun, and if you put your gun leg in first, clearly your training needs to be worked on. It's like, well, you shouldn't have stole this man's car. I said, well, you know, that doesn't change the fact that my pinky's on his gun. So he's talking to me, and I was like, okay. So I gave him a wrist. You know, then I got in those brand new fangled bracelets, because they're not like the ones I train with. I have some handcuffs. You know, they're like trick cuffs or whatever. And I can train with them. If I find them, I'll probably do a video about that. But, for the sake of arguments, you know, he handcuffed me. And the guy who was the brother of the guy was talking shit. And I told him exactly what I'll tell you. You don't understand who the hell I am. These handcuffs make me more dangerous to you than you are to me. So these motherfuckers is weapons, son. You just don't fucking know it. Like the cops, they just don't fucking know it. I've been training with my hands bound for years. Again, do I recommend you doing this shit in real life? Fuck no. But it can't be done. I know, it got off subject. When I got handcuffed the second time, no, because another set of cousins got to fighting over a goddamn cigarette. You know, that one was a lot easier to deal with, because I talked my way out of it. They put me in charge, and I dragged those little 18-year-old fuckers the fuck home, and I told my cousin and his cousin, who came from Georgia, hey, Kevin, I ain't going nowhere with these motherfuckers no more. I said, we are to go home. We have been warned not to come back up to the university. So it would be a good idea to not go back to the university. So I don't know what happened to the four of them. I walked my ass home. I was like, it's been fun, but we're done. So, in both of those incidences, I've never been body slammed by a cop. And the cops were fairly nice. Especially the K9 cop that kept my ass from going to jail that night. Thank you, brother. Now, every time I got a speeding ticket, I've only had one incident that was racist. Oh, my hair was so much longer. It was so beautiful. I should have never cut that shit. If only people would have stopped calling me Steven Seagal, and if only those alcoholics and winos would stop walking behind me saying, hey, baby, whoo, thinking that I was a girl. Mind you, I had a full Roman Reigns thing going on. I can never grow. I get patches, so, I just keep that shit clean. But anyway, if alcoholics wouldn't have kept following me home and people wouldn't have kept saying, hey, miss, I probably would have kept my hair. But, I went to the army, so they had to shave that shit off anyway. I probably haven't showed you guys this in a while, but my army photo is horrible. My cat card is horrible. No. So yeah. See how my face looks right there? Where the you can see the facial hair? Because I had shaved in a couple of days. And see how my face looks right there? Because I haven't shaved in a couple of days. Yeah, see, I had that, only thicker when I had longer hair. And I had alcoholics and winos following me home, telling me I was a sexy chick and all that shit. So, and then there was the Steven Seagal factor, so my hair got cut off. But I do believe that the more you comply with police officers, the better your chances is of going home. And so, a lot of people are going to think about Mr. Floyd, and they're going to think about Mr. Brooks. Again, my opinion, I don't know the whole thing about Mr. Floyd, except for the knee and the neck. As a martial artist, I have been taught that. So I know that that's not something that you should ever do unless the circumstance is dire. Now, as a martial artist, I also know that there's 8 million ways to hurt somebody and 8 million ways to kill them. But you gotta get pretty damn lucky or unlucky, depending on how you want to call that, to kill someone. But the body slam, no police officer should ever body slam anybody. You can seriously hurt somebody. And if you do body slam somebody, and you are a badge, you should be held completely and fully accountable. Accountable. And, it's kind of like, y'all remember the old Doritos commercial? I do not remember the linebacker, but every time somebody had opened up the bag of Doritos, he tackled their shit. Cops shouldn't be allowed to do that either. But a lot of these cops, they body blow the shit out of people and they beat them with asp and they body slam them. And I don't think that that's how you diffuse a situation. Now, before I go, I'm about to piss y'all all off, and I'm sorry. Let me apologize now. Mr. Brooks was going to be handcuffed. Now, I don't know who saw the video and who didn't. But from what I saw, if he would have just got handcuffed and just let them take him to jail for the night, he'd still be alive today. Period. You guys don't have to agree with me. You don't have to like that. Now, what I didn't know is that they shot him in the back. I made a video about this. I do not apologize for my opinion. I have not changed it. Do I think the cops were wrong? Fuck yeah. I do think the cops was wrong. But at the same time, two wrongs don't make a right. Them taking his life from him getting away from them is not the right thing. And then, him just not complying was not the right thing. You had two steam trails hitting to the same direction at 90 miles an hour with no room in between. This was bound to happen the second that he started fighting. So I'm a plea to all of you young men of color. I don't give a damn how scared you are. Comply, goddammit. If the cop puts you in the arresting position, you let that motherfucker arrest you. You let his ass take you downtown. You get that one phone call. You call your parents and you let them know what the fuck is up. And they will be there. Unless your dad is serving in the military and he can't get out of his deployment, your parents will fucking be there. No. Just go to jail. I'm not trying to be a dick about it. Just go to jail, man. That way you guys can live and come back home. Thanks for watching. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. BC and you.